Hey guys, Pete here. Thanks for joining me for another video, and today we have a vintage US MRE for review. This one is Chicken a la King. These were generally not well received and they had the best nickname ever, Chicken a la Thing. This ration could be up to 33 to 39 years of age, depending on when it was manufactured. After all this time, let's find out if it's still edible. If you enjoy these kind of videos, please consider subscribing and hit that like button. That'll help me get more views. Okay, let's get into it. Let's take a closer look at the packaging. It is a little bit hard to read, but if I hold it just right, you can see that it says meal ready to eat individual, menu number 9, Chicken a la King, and it has an accessory packet D. It's manufactured by Cadillac Products Incorporated, and that information there is just duplicated at the bottom. Now, there is no other information written on the MRE anywhere. There is no date code, sometimes stamped into a seal, so we won't know the date until we actually open it. It's actually a fairly thin MRE, and it weighs about 500 grams, so it's fairly light as well. These brown bag MREs were introduced in 1981. And Chicken a la King, menu number 9, was one of the original lineup, and it ran through to 1987. In 1988, it changed menu numbers to menu number 6, and it ran through to 1992, and it was never seen again. Alright, let's get into it. Now, it doesn't have a peelable seal like a modern MRE. All it has is just this small little tear notch, and you would grab that and you would pull that apart. But we're just going to use a knife and open it from the rear. Ooh, there, look at that green carton. Have a bit of a smell. Yep, smells like plastic. Alright, let's see if we can figure out what date this is. Oh yeah, first up we have cheese spread there, 42.5 grams served there, manufactured by Real Fresh Incorporated. I'm not really sure it's going to be Real Fresh anymore. Let's see if we can see some sort of date code on there. Looks like a little bit of delamination on the pouch, or is that something that's leaked on it there? Yeah, and let's see if we can find a date code. No, nothing printed on the back, nothing in the seals. Okay. MCI style spoon. Alright, and next up we have fruitcake, just in time for Christmas. And it has a date code there of 2080. So that'll be the 80th day of 1982. So that would be probably around 38, 39 years of age. Also, this would be the oldest Chicken a la King MRE that's been filmed on YouTube. Kiwi Dude did a 1983 version of this MRE, and this is a 1982, so this will be a year older. Oh, next up we have our accessory pack D. Just see if you can read the contents there, and it is coffee, cream substitute, sugar, catsup. I've never had that before. Salt, chewing gum, matches, and toilet paper. We'll open that shortly. We have a cocoa beverage powder, type 1 fortified. No date on that either. Oh no, we have crackers here, but that vacuum seal is completely blown. Yeah, they're going to be no good. And here is our main, Chicken a la King. Now, it's made by Fresh Flavor Meals Incorporated there, and it's only 142 grams served. That is a tiny serve there. Let's see if we can find a date code here. Oh, there's something there. And I don't know if you can see that, but it is a bit hard to see. There you go. 019410. That'll be a lock code there. See if there's anything else. No, no date code on that. And the accessory packet, let's get that open. Little tear notch on the side there. A bit of a smell. Oh, Jesus, that stinks. I'm not really sure what that smells of, but something's not smelling real good in there. Inside that we have cream substitute, dry, non-dairy, a little bit firm. That could be the culprit. We have coffee, instant type 1. That looks good. Here we go. This is what stinks. Look at that. It's catsup dehydrated. Use dry or reconstitute in envelope by adding 2 teaspoons of water. Interesting. I've never seen that dehydrated catsup before. We have 2 chiclets. We have a standard sugar. We have a standard book of matches there. White tip, striker on the rear. We have a iodized salt, and we have an old school TP there as well. And that is the entire contents there of the accessory pack D. And that is the entire contents there of the ration. All right, this looks fantastic, but this ration is 38 years old, so I don't know if any of this is going to be consumable. Now, first thing we should do is get our main heated up. Now, there is no FRH. Flameless ration heaters were introduced in 1993, and this ration was produced 11 years earlier in 1982. So let's get this open, and we'll see if there's actually a date on here which can confirm our 1982 year of production. And it's actually glued in. It's folded over there. And it's glued on the back. There we go. See if this has any date on it. No, the only thing written on there is Chicken a la King. And as you can see, if you squeeze it down, it's actually a fairly small serve. All right, we'll take this in the kitchen and get it heated up. This has been boiling in the pot for around 10 minutes. I don't want to take any chances with these old rations. I want to get them as hot as possible. But let's get everything else open. We'll start off here with our fruit cake. And it is a 3-ounce serve there made by Sterling Bakery. There it is there, 2080, so the 80th day of 1982. Oh, how bad is this going to be? Oh, a bit of a smell. Yeah, that smells okay. Yeah, that smells fine. There you go, have a look at that. That looks good. And next up, we'll open up our crackers. Now, these crackers have lost their vacuum seal. As you can see, there's plenty of air in there, so I'm not expecting these to be any good. A bit of a smell. Oh, yeah, they are good. They're really bleachy. No, that's a shame because they look like they're the salted variety as well. Yeah, they've got a terrible sort of chemical, bleachy sort of smell coming off of them. I'm not really sure I'm going to be trying those. All right, we'll just break out our spoon. And next up, we're going to be having a look at our cocoa beverage powder. It's nice and loose inside there, so hopefully that's not too bad. That looks good. A bit of a smell. Yeah, that passed the smell test. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it almost passed the smell test. I think it's a little bit sour. So it calls for about 1/4 of a canteen. So about there. Yeah, we've mixed it with hot water, and you can also mix it with cold water if you like. I figure it gives us the best chance for us to be able to drink it if it's maybe hot. And the final drink here that we have is coffee instant type 1. Good spray dry there. All right, and we'll try our cheese spread. And it is, like I said, manufactured by Real Fresh Incorporated. I bet you it's not Real Fresh anymore. Give it a need. I don't know why. Expecting this to be very dark. Oh, peanut butter-like. Which it is. I'll have a bit of a smell of that. Oh yeah, look, that is the worst smelling cheese spread that I've had to date. That is completely sour. That is terrible. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of like off milk, sour milk or something like that. Yeah, look, that's no good at all. And next up, we'll open up our chicken a la king. As you can see, it has 2 tear notches, one at the top and one a little bit further down. Ooh, it's a bit darker than I thought it would be. Anyway, let's have a bit of a smell. Oh, I'm not sure about this. Oh, that is way darker than I thought it would be. First up, let's try our coffee instant type 1. Oh, yeah, that coffee is bad. It almost tastes like rancid oil or burnt oil with a little bit of a chemical aftertaste. Yeah, that coffee's not lasted. That's not consumable. All right, next up, let's try our cocoa beverage type 1 fortified. Give it a bit of a stir. All right, we'll see what that's like. Yeah, look, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's a nice, deep, rich chocolate flavour there. It's not overly sweet. Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, there's no issues with this cocoa beverage powder. Sometimes when they get a bit old, you get a bit of a chemical aftertaste, a little bit of a sour kick at the end there. But with this one, nah, nothing. It's perfect. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that cocoa beverage, and it's good that something in this ration survived, but I don't have a lot of faith for this. It looks like somebody's already eaten this, if you catch my drift. All right, let's have a bit of a look and see what we can see. We obviously have some chicken chunks, we have some peas, we have some capsicum or bell pepper, but you know what? It's a little bit darker than I really would have liked. I think it's normally a little bit of a creamier colour, but anyway, let's have a look. We'll grab a bit of a spoonful, get a bit of a closer look at that. There you go, doesn't look the best. All right, we'll give it a go. Oh no, that is sour. No, that's unfortunate. It has a real sour aftertaste. And it's a little bit sharp when you put it in your mouth, a little bit of a sharp flavour that comes from it there. Yeah, look, I don't think that's survived. I don't think that's edible either. Oh, this ration's not going real well. All right, next up, let's do catsup. Ketchup, catsup, something like that. I've never seen a dehydrated one before. I've seen it in a sachet as a liquid, but not a dehydrated one. So you know what? Whilst it's here, we may as well give it a go. Oh, she's a little bit rigid in there. Let's have a bit of a look. Hopefully it's not full of mould. There you go, have a look at that. Oh, that is terrible. I don't think that's going to work. That was way too big a sniff. Yeah, that is really strange. It sort of has a nice spicy smell to it, but at the back it also has a sort of bit of a bleachy sort of chemical smell to it. Yeah, it actually kind of smells like I kind of want to mix it up. I think I might. I think I'll give it a go. Oh, Look at it, it looks like sand. Oh, that's not going to work. You would have thought it'd have a little bit of red colouring in there, but I think that's completely gone. Yeah, look, I don't think that's going to work. I'll have a look at it. Yeah, look, that's going to be a hard pass as well. That's a shame. It would have been good to see this. I don't think I've seen the dehydrated catsup in a review before, but yeah, clearly that's not going to work. And then finally, that brings us to our fruitcake. Now, this is the one that you always worry about because it's got nuts in it, but nothing else here has survived so far other than the cocoa beverage. But anyway, let's give this a bit of a go. There's your cross section there. Let's have a bit of a smell of that. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't have a bad smell at all. I think I'm going to try this. 38-year-old fruit cake. Merry Christmas. Yeah, so far so good. You know what? That might be okay, but you've got to be worried about these nuts. You know, everything's a little bit dark in there. It looks like a piece of chocolate, but that's probably the rancid nut. That's that black part in there. A bit of a close-up of that. I reckon that little section there, that's probably a nut there. But, you know, I'll try and break out a piece, again, that doesn't have a nut in it. That looks good. Give that a try. Yeah, look, I think that's kind of okay. As long as you don't get any nuts, maybe. But you know what? The cake part doesn't taste too bad. It has a nice fruitcake flavour. But yeah, you'd got to be careful that you don't swallow one of those rancid nuts. But yeah, look, I think that might be okay. Nah, probably not. All right, we'll just wash this down with a little bit more of our cocoa beverage. Yeah, this is the only component that has survived. Everything else has seen better days for sure. And lastly, that brings us to our gum. And you get 2 bricks there. These are normally hard like stones. We'll give them a go. Yep, hard. Yep. Oh my God, yep. Yeah, I can't even bite through them, they're that hard. I'll give it another go. After nearly chipping a tooth on that gum, I finally broke into it, and you know what? It was a great minty flavour. Going around the tray of doom, we'll start here with our crackers. These had lost their vacuum seal. Sadly, they're the salted ones too, and I didn't get to try them, but they are completely stale and rancid. Here we had our catsup. Now obviously it's not meant to be that dark brown, it's oxidized over the years and now it looks like dirty sand. We had our fruitcake here. Even though it smells and looks fantastic, you know those nuts in there which are black, they are completely rancid as well. We have cocoa beverage powder. You know what, that is fine. These old cocoa beverage powders sometimes get a bit of a chemical aftertaste, but you know what, that one was totally fine. We had our instant coffee type 1. That was terrible. That was the worst coffee that I've tried in any ration ever. Clearly that did not survive. And we also have our main here, Chicken a la King. Have a look at it. It's completely oxidized as well. It's completely sour and it just tasted all round pretty bad. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like these kind of videos and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.